On January 1st of 2025, I was staying at the Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina. At the time, there was an exhibit of Chihuly glass, and I produced a video about it here on my channel that was a big hit. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of my favorite photos of the Chihuly glass that I took that day. Before I begin, please like and share the show and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now let's begin our journey. As you may know, Chihuly's glassworks are created using the traditional glass blowing technique where molten glass is blown and shaped with tools. These glass sculptures are typically displayed in museums, galleries, or botanical gardens, where their colors and forms can be appreciated against natural or architectural backdrops. The organic shapes and vivid palettes are influenced by nature, as well as Chihuly's travels and studies of glass-making traditions worldwide, including Venetian and Scandinavian techniques. The pieces often evoke natural forms like flowers, sea creatures, or abstract landscapes, blending beauty with a sense of movement. The exhibit was located in a building on the Biltmore property, not too far from the house, but not too close either. And the exhibit kicked off with this vibrant collection of patterned textiles featuring a variety of colorful, geometric designs and motifs. The patterns and designs in the textiles resemble those found in Pendleton blankets, which are known for their bold, geometric patterns and rich colors. I gotta be honest with you, I expected to see a whole bunch of glass when I first started the exhibit, but that is not how it started off, and actually that's kind of cool that it didn't, because it was interesting to see this particular aspect of Chihuly's interests. Moving into the next room, there were these sculptures with these large bowl-like forms with irregular flowing shapes, elevated on sleek black pedestals. As you can see, the colors are bold and varied, including shades of blue, yellow, orange, green, and pink, with each piece featuring a dynamic interplay of hues. The surfaces are adorned with delicate, web-like patterns or streaks, created by embedding contrasting colors or drawing techniques during the glass blowing process. Some of the rims are highlighted with a contrasting color like orange or red, adding to the dramatic effect. As you may know, Dale Chihuly is celebrated for pushing the boundaries of glass as a medium, transforming it into large-scale, expressive art forms. His Macchia series, which began in the early 1980s, is inspired by the Italian word for spot or stain, reflecting the use of multiple colors and the spontaneous, almost painterly application of glass. These works are collaborative efforts involving a team of skilled artisans, as Chihuly himself often directs rather than blows the glass due to a physical injury that ended his hands-on glass blowing. And I spoke about that in my previous video. But just briefly, for those who don't know, Mr. Chihuly lost vision in one of his eyes. I then entered into another room and you can see this installation, which consists of numerous hand-blown glass elements suspended from a ceiling, arranged in a grid-like pattern within these black frames. As you can see, the pieces are characterized by their bold, translucent colors, reds, oranges, yellows, greens, blues, and purples, creating a mesmerizing, almost otherworldly effect. The glass elements have a delicate, petal-like structure with intricate textures and curves, allowing light to filter through and cast colorful reflections and shadows on the surrounding surfaces. The perspective of the photo, taken from below, emphasizes the immersive nature of the exhibit, drawing visitors into this luminous canopy above. Let's be honest, it would be kind of cool to have a room in your house with a ceiling like this, wouldn't it? Yep, I think that would be pretty cool. Moving on into a larger room, I saw this sculpture, which is characterized by its elongated, cylindrical form, adorned with an array of delicate, spiky glass protrusions, all in a cohesive palette of blues and whites. These spikes vary in length and are crafted with a gradient of colors, transitioning from deep blue at the base to lighter blues and whites toward the tips. This piece is illuminated with dramatic lighting, which enhances the glassy texture and creates a luminous, almost ethereal effect against the dark backdrop. And then I turned and I saw this sculpture, which consists of numerous elongated, tapering glass forms, each with a glossy, translucent finish that catches the light beautifully. As you can see, the pieces are arranged closely together, resembling a sheaf of wheat, or a field of reeds, or a cluster of stylized petals, giving the work a sense of natural abundance. The color is predominantly a rich yellow, with subtle variations, including lighter and darker shades, adding depth and texture. I took a whole bunch of photos of this, but I wanted to show you this one because the close-up perspective emphasizes the delicate craftsmanship, with each glass element appearing hand-blown and carefully shaped to a fine point. And of course, the lighting enhances the piece's luminosity, making it appear almost alive against the dark background. And then you've got this green sculpture, which consists of a multitude of thin, tapering glass spikes or blades, each with a glossy, translucent finish that reflects light beautifully. How cool would it be to have this in your house? Or any of them, actually. And as you can see, the colors range from deep green at the bases to bright yellow-green tips, creating a gradient effect that mimics the natural progression of plant growth or sunlight filtering through leaves. The pieces are clustered tightly together, suggesting a dynamic, almost fluid composition. And the close-up perspective highlights the intricate craftsmanship and the way light interacts with the glass. The dark background enhances the luminous quality, making the sculpture appear vibrant and alive. As you can see, this sculpture is a spherical or globular form with an explosion of thin, needle-like glass spikes radiating outward in all directions. The glass is a brilliant red, with subtle variations in tone that catch the light, giving it a fiery, almost molten appearance. This piece was suspended from the ceiling. And of course, the dark setting enhances the sculpture's luminosity, with focus lights creating reflections and highlights that emphasize the glass's transparency and glossy texture. The perspective, taken from below, since I'm not able to float around, accentuates the piece's three-dimensionality and its commanding presence. And then I went into the next room, and this was pretty incredible. It's hard to say whether this should be considered to be one large sculpture or multiple ones because it features a complex arrangement of hand-blown glass elements, including elongated spikes, petal-like forms, and organic shapes, all radiating outward from a central point. The color palette is rich and varied, incorporating reds and yellows and blues and purples and oranges, with some pieces appearing translucent and others opaque. The pieces were illuminated with focused lighting from above, and the dark environment enhanced the luminous quality of the glass, with reflections and shadows adding depth. I walked around this thing repeatedly in every perspective, either standing up or kneeling down or looking to the left or looking to the right or from any other angle. Every perspective emphasized the three-dimensionality and immersive nature of the work. And hey, that's the second time I said three-dimensionality, which I admit is not too easy to say, but I pulled it off. Now it's your turn. Three-dimensionality. 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 Okay, fine, maybe it's not that difficult to say. Let's move on. So while you're looking at these images, why don't I give you a little bit more information about Dale Chihuly, who, as you may know, is celebrated for his large-scale glass installations that draw inspiration from nature, architecture, and global art traditions. This piece includes a combination of spiky and petal-like elements, suggesting a blend of his sea-form and ikebana influences, evoking marine life, flowers, or abstract natural forms. Did I say ikebana right? I think I did, right? It's not exactly the sort of word you say all the time. Anyway, the vibrant, multicolored approach reflects Chihuly's signature style of using glass to create a sense of abundance and movement, transforming the exhibit space into a dynamic, otherworldly environment. This installation was crafted through Chihuly's collaborative glass-blowing process, involving a team of skilled artisans. Each glass element, spikes and petals and other shapes, was individually blown from molten glass, shaped with tools, and colored with layered pigments or fused glass to achieve the varied hues. The pieces were then assembled into a supporting structure, likely a metal or glass armature, and carefully arranged to create the radiating composition. The circular frame suggests a site-specific design, engineered to integrate with the exhibit space, and the piece would have been annealed, which means slowly cooled, to ensure durability. The lighting setup with overhead rigs was meticulously planned to highlight the glass's reflective and retractive properties, enhancing the visual impact. This type of Chihuly installation is typically featured in major venues. And then the exhibit concludes in another room, where there was this installation which consists of numerous tall, slender glass rods, resembling reeds or spears, in shades of blue and purple. These rods were arranged vertically, rising from a reflective surface that doubles their visual impact with mirrored reflections. Interspersed among the rods are clusters of jagged, electric blue glass forms that resemble lightning bolts or coral-like structures, adding a sense of dynamic energy to the composition. The base of the installation includes several large, rough-hewn logs, grounding the ethereal glass elements in a natural, earthly foundation. Like the rest of the exhibit, this part also was illuminated with focused lighting from above, which enhanced the glass's luminosity and cast a blue glow across the scene. And once again, the dark background and reflective surface created a surreal, almost otherworldly atmosphere. So, what do you think of these photos of the Chihuly glass exhibit that I took at the Biltmore Estate? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Please check out the links below to learn how to support my research and productions. Kindly be kind to all of our fellow Earthlings and please do not harm them. And do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog or both. You and they will be very glad that you did. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.